Hi guys, and welcome back to Beauty Fortified, and today I'm talking about my December empties. So obviously the last empties video of the year. I wanted to let you know what I've used up, what I would repurchase, and what I definitely wouldn't repurchase. So I have got some body care, some skin care, some hair care, and a little bit of makeup. So starting off with body care, the one thing I have used up is my Body Shop body butter, and this is in the Moringa variant. I love this. It's my favorite variant of all the Body Shop flavors. This is my absolute favorite, and have used this up. I would repurchase. I do like it that much, but I also want to try something a little bit different. One of these has lasted me absolutely ages, so would recommend it, but would probably purchase something else going forward. And then I have some bath bubbles that I've used up. I do love a bubble bath. I tend to have bubbles in my bath almost every night, and I don't generally buy expensive bubble baths. So these are just kind of store-bought, grocery store-bought bubble baths. That one is from Woolworths. I particularly love this one. It's got such a beautiful fragrance. This is one, it's really cheap and cheerful that I buy at Pick and Pay, but I absolutely love it. And I've got a couple of others from Woolworths. These are really nice. They all had particularly nice fragrances. And then I've got yet another one from Woolworths, and this is a charcoal grapefruit, and I think this was my favorite scent of all. And unfortunately, I can't find this scent anywhere, this particular variation of the bubble bath, so a little bit sad about that. But those are my bubble baths that I absolutely love. And then a body wash that I've used up, this is from a local brand, Sorbet. It's the Sleep Body Wash, Aromatherapy, Lavender and Chamomile. And I really love these. I just love the packaging. They're just big, giant tubes. They last a good amount of time and just very easy to use in the shower or the bath. So really love those and would recommend them. And then onto one of my absolute favorites. No empties video would be complete without this, and it is my Garnier Micellar Cleansing Water. So I really love this. I use it just to take off makeup. Highly recommend it. It really is the most affordable eye makeup remover that I've ever used. A little bit well, not so much a little goes a long way, but just that you do get 400 mils in here, and it really is affordable and it does last a long time, so would highly recommend that. They also make them in a little travel size, which is absolutely perfect if you're going away for a couple of days. The only complaint I have about this is that they're not refillable, so you can't really get the cap off this, which I think is a little bit of a swizz. I would like to be able to refill this without having to repurchase a whole new one, but unfortunately they do make it quite difficult for you. And then a facial cleansing oil that I have used up, and I'm not sad to see the back of this, and this is the Avengers Oil Lipid Replenishing Oil. Now, I did use a previous version of this, which I absolutely loved. I had been using it for a few years, and then they went and they tweaked the formula ever so slightly, and I found that I just didn't enjoy using this. So it still did a good job of getting off makeup, but I just found that it didn't emulsify as well as the previous version, and so it really did feel like I was kind of putting just a plain oil, like a cooking oil, all over my face. So I just didn't like the sensation of it. I didn't like the texture. But having said that, it did do a good job. But I would not recommend this. I have found an alternative which is even better than the previous version of this, which I am going to be talking about in an upcoming video. So keep tuned if you're interested to see what that is. But it really was quite an excellent find, so I'm quite proud of myself about that. And then I've used up a Roche Posay Zero Zinc. Now this is a spray, I've never really been able to figure out what this does. They say that it does mattify. So I used to use it after I had cleansed in the morning. I just spritzed a little bit onto my face, and I can't say that I saw any real kind of difference, but there are some people who use this and they swear by it. So I started using it as just a kind of all over spritz, like my Avengers spring water. And so for that reason I probably wouldn't repurchase. But if you have used this and you found it to be really good, please let me know what you've used it for, how you've used it, and what difference it made to your skin, because for me the jury is still out on that one. And then a couple of samples that I've used up. These are from Clinique, and this is the Moisture Surge Intense Cream. So I have used the one, it's a little bit lighter than this. It's the Moisture Surge Gel. This I found was a lot better for my skin. It is richer for my skin, and I found that it just kind of seemed to give me a little bit more hydration. So I've really been enjoying these and would probably get my hands on a full-sized sample when the time is right. So would recommend those from Clinique. And then I have finished up a Skin Functional Azelaic Acid. This is 10% Azelaic Acid, and I really have enjoyed using this. I haven't actually finished it, but I have had this for quite a while. There is about a third of a bottle left, and I've decided to part ways with it because I'm not sure of its efficacy anymore. I think it's just been around a little bit too long, but I really enjoyed this for my pores. I do have combination oily skin. I do have enlarged pores, and I found that this was really good at keeping my pores clear. So it really did make a difference to my skin. I'm not sure if I would repurchase. I am trying other things at the moment, but really did enjoy that. And I mean, Azelaic Acid speaks for itself. It is a really, really good product. And then a retinol cream that I've been using. This is from a local brand called Lamel. This is the Correctives RA cream. I'm not sure what percentage of retinol is in here, but this did come highly recommended from a dermatologist. This was recommended to me because it's milder than tretinoin, so you can use it every evening. Because the problem with tretinoin is if you're not using it regularly enough, you're not going to see the full benefit. So I really did enjoy using this. I'm not sure if I would repurchase. I have now gone to a slightly higher retinol percentage, still staying with the same brand. It's an oil, and I'm really enjoying that. So not sure if I would repurchase this, but it is a good product for all intents and purposes. And then another moisturizer I've used up, this is the MAC Studio Moisture Cream. I bought this on a whim a couple of months ago. It just smelled really nice, and I like the texture of it. I did enjoy using this. It's got a lovely fragrance, not a heavy fragrance. It does contain hyaluronic acid, and I really did enjoy this. I wouldn't repurchase. I think that it was just curiosity that got the better of me. I don't think it is, for the price, I don't think it's the best moisturizer you could use. But so wouldn't repurchase from that point of view, but I did enjoy using it. It was really, really good. And then on to some sunscreens. So the one that I have used up is my La Roche-Posay Anthelios Charcoal Fluid. I really enjoyed this. I'm not sure if I would repurchase. La Roche-Posay make really, really good sunscreens. They have got all the technology behind them, and this one is no different. It's just that I'm trying out a couple of other different brands at the moment. So for now, I wouldn't repurchase, but I really did enjoy this. It's really great on the skin. It's great under makeup, and you can rest assured that your skin is being protected because of the technology behind their sunscreen. So I really did enjoy that. Another sunscreen I've used up is the Nivea Sunshine Control. I love this because it is affordable. It has recently gone up in price by probably 15%, so it's a little bit more pricey than it was. But I do enjoy it because it sits well under makeup, and it is affordable, so you do tend to use a little bit more. I'm not worried about running out of it or that it's just too expensive to slather over my skin. So that's the psychology behind it. And I really do enjoy it, and it really does help with my normal combination skin. It does help to keep the shine at bay. It isn't a very greasy sunscreen, so really enjoy that. And then a sunscreen fail. This is from the brand Isdin, ISDIN, and this is one that I got on a very specialist skincare website. And it really had excellent reviews. It is, I think it's an SPF 50, and it does have a little bit of color to it as well, which really excited me because I thought whenever I see a sunscreen that has color, I always envisage not having to wear foundation, but that was definitely not the case with this one. And it actually ended up going off, so I am getting rid of it, but I didn't use it that often because the tint is quite dark. So I never made friends with the tint. That's what it looks like over there. So it probably doesn't really look that dark on the skin, but I just found that when you rubbed it in, I don't know, it just I didn't really like sort of what it left behind on the skin, the tint, if that makes sense. So I have decided to part ways with this. I am very sorry to see it go because it did cost me a lot of money, but it's just one that I never reach for, so goodbye to that. And then a self-tanning milk that I'm getting rid of. This is from the brand Vichy. I do remember enjoying this, but I have had this for a couple of years, and I'm not going to attempt to use it this summer. I think it's time to opt for a new version of this or something a little bit different. But I did enjoy this, and Vichy is a good brand, and so not sure if I would recommend it. It has been a while since I used it, but what I can remember, it was really good. So that is the self-tan from Vichy. And then onto some hair care. So one of the things that I have here is the Body Shop Grapeseed Glossing Serum. And I really enjoyed using this, but unfortunately it's gone off. So it now has that kind of rancid smell that happens to oils that have been around just a couple of months too long. So unfortunately, I'm not using this on my hair, and a little bit goes a long way. So you are going to struggle to get through a bottle this size. I think this is probably 50, 60 ml. So not sure if I would repurchase. I am trying other things for my hair. The oil that I'm really enjoying at the moment is the Nook's Huile Prodigieuse, and that's the floral oil. And I've really been enjoying this in my hair, and I was quite surprised at how much I am loving it. So, and it's silicone free as well, which I really love. So I've kind of moved on to that for now. So I wouldn't repurchase the Body Shop version. And then a shampoo that I've used up is my Kerastar's Reflection shampoo. I really love this. I do love Kerastar's products. I have very thick, fairly coarse, unmanageable, color treated, unruly hair. So I'm very specific about what I use on my hair. I do love Kerastar's, and this shampoo was no different. You just need a very small amount of this. It's very concentrated, and it just leaves my hair lovely and soft and manageable. And then from the same brand, Kerastar's, I've used up, this is one of their Discipline hair masks, and I love these masks. I'm using one from the same brand, but just a different range at the moment. And these are really great for my very thick, wavy hair. It's got the most divine smell. So I really can recommend these products from Kerastar's. I absolutely love them. And now onto some makeup. I've got a little bit of makeup that I'm saying goodbye to. The first thing is the Charlotte Tilbury Unisex Healthy Glow. I don't know who remembers this, and I don't know if they still sell it. There is a long story behind this about how I got this when I was in Amsterdam, and I went to the big department store there, and I had been influenced by Wayne Goss. I saw this review on his channel, and I was going to Amsterdam, and I was absolutely determined to get this, and I got it, and I was thrilled with it. I really just loved it. And then I think what happened is after time, it started oxidizing a little bit, started turning me a little bit orange. So I stopped using it. There is still quite a bit in here. I've kept it for sentimental reasons, but I think it's time to let it go. So I'm saying goodbye to the Charlotte Tilbury Healthy Glow. A foundation that I'm getting rid of is the Revlon Candid. Now, I really enjoyed this. It was a fair drugstore foundation. Wasn't too bad at all. It did have some lightweight coverage. It wasn't the best of Revlon that I've ever encountered. I have had this for quite a long length of time, so I've decided to throw it out. These come in a 25 ml as opposed to a 30 ml. And yeah, I mean, this was all the rage at one stage. I think it was quite popular on YouTube. But I've just found now with my skin, it really is not that great. So saying goodbye to that. An eyebrow pencil. I've got two eyebrow pencils here. The one is from Stila. I really love this. It has got the finest point that you can ever imagine. I can't read the fine print on here for the life of me, but this is in the shade medium. And if you can find these, they are really good. I do recommend them because they just give you such a fine tipped application. So really enjoyed that from Stila. I would repurchase, although I am looking for slightly more affordable alternatives. So if you know anything that compares, please do let me know. And then another eyebrow pencil from Benefit. This is the Precisely My Brow pencil. I really enjoyed this. It's also got a fine nib. It's not as fine as the Stila, but really good as well. And also love the fact that it's got a spoolie on the other end. I would repurchase if I don't find anything that comes close to my Stila pencil. I'll probably venture back to Benefit. So I really have enjoyed using that. And then I have one of these MAC Glow Play. These are the lip balms, and this one, I forget what the color was of this. It's a kind of reddy brown. This is really just my shade. I just love this shade. And these are great as balms. They're very balmy on the lips. They do give you a little bit of color, and they also add a little bit of gloss to your lips. So I really enjoyed using this one. I have repurchased in a different shade, and they're really fantastic for summer because, as I say, they do give you a little bit of color. They're very comfortable to wear and very, very moisturizing on your lips. So guys, those are my December empties. Let me know what you've used up this month, and let me know what you would purchase. Let me know what you're taking with you into the new year. I'd love to hear from you. Please leave me a comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Ciao, ciao.